everybody. Today I'm going to teach you all how to split kindling. Oh, son of a mother! Get the first aid kit! What's up, everybody? Brian here. Welcome to the homestead. And if you want to avoid what you just saw, then you'll want to watch this video to the end to find out the easiest and safest ways to split kindling. See, the way most people start splitting kindling is you'll go like this, and they'll put their hand here. Okay, let's say I want to split some kindling off of here, and they'll kind of do that. See what happened there? As I came down, it sprung that axe back out. It also just puts your fingers in the way. So that's one way the kindling's cut, but it puts your hands in danger. And this is for several different reasons. Sometimes it's your axe isn't quite sharp enough to get a good bite into the top of the wood, and it ends up bouncing. You can also bounce because of a knot, but also if you have a twist in the grain, the tension from that twist pushes the axe head, the wedge of that axe head back out, and which can then come down on your hand. So we don't want to do it that way. This is a slab from my sawmill. I use these a lot for kindling. They split up really good. So let me show you the method that I use that's easier. We're gonna set our wood down like this. Take our axe or hatchet and put the edge of it right here on the edge. And then back in the back here, you're gonna hold it tight up against the back. So this hand's holding the piece of wood, this hand's holding the axe, and then you just go like this. And then twist, and you've split it apart, just like that. And then we wanna split this one down smaller. We just do it again. Just give it a twist, just like that. Pops it right apart, nice piece of kindling, and we can even split that one even smaller if you want some real small fine kindling. There, like that. If I have a flat side, put the flatter side down, but you can do this with round wood too, and I'll show you that in a minute. So this wood's really frozen, and it's not, splitting apart real easy on me here. Taking this bark off helps too. The bark is springy. If you can take that bark off, do that, and split. Give it a twist like this. Depending on the wood, the type of wood, the way the grain is, etc., sometimes they just blow right apart. Sometimes you got to give it a little twist and work that head down a little bit. But you're being much safer. In no point here are my hands at risk. The only thing is you might want to put your thumb up here and you can get a pinch there, so that's the only thing, but I'd rather have a pinch than an axe wound in my hand. We split that apart. Piece of birch. I like using birch for starting fires. The bark itself, man, it just lights right up. If you're going to cut birch for firewood, you need to split it immediately after it's cut. This bark is waterproof. It will hold all the moisture into this wood and it will rot away. The bark on the outside will look just fine and the wood inside will just rot right away on you. Try to keep the bark on it here because it's good. Get that in there. And then a twist. This is a thicker piece. Give it a twist. Just burn it. This piece is just from I think an old dead tree we cut up, but I don't know how well it's gonna split because once the grain starts kind of getting destroyed, they don't split nice. They tend to just kind of explode apart rather than getting those nice, oh, see, that's perfect. Pretend that you're Captain America. I'm sure it's impressive to some people. Again, nice split. Sometimes you gotta twist it, sometimes it pops right apart. It's the easiest to split. If you're somebody that's been using this method for splitting your kindling, I did for years. I thought I could beat the axe by doing one of these. Just pull my hand away at the last minute, try to chop down on it. Keep your hands out of the way. You'll be keeping your house warm without losing any of your fingers. I will show you my absolute favorite material for making kindling. But before I do that, do me a favor. If you've enjoyed this video, if you find it helpful, if you found our silly intro entertaining, just take 1 second, click the like button down below, and consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Now, easiest thing, best thing I've used, I don't recommend you go out and with the price of lumber and buy lumber just so you can split it. But if you're doing any building on your homestead or a house or anything like that, or you know somebody it is, and you can get scrap boards that are like, I think this is about 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick here. These were cut on my sawmill, and these are just scrap ends that were cut off. This is what I've been using for doing kindling this year, and they are amazing. And you'll see why here in a second. This is my favorite method of splitting firewood, or should I say the favorite method plus the material. We can split up a ton of kindling. Keep saying firewood, I meant kindling. We can split up a ton of it pretty quick. There's a knot here, but if you get a nice straight grain, I'll show you right here. Nice straight grain, man, these pieces just blow right off. I haven't been out here trying to cut kindling as fast as possible. I've been trying to explain as I go and stuff like that. And we've already got, you know, a decent amount. This is just an old bucket that I use to throw kindling in. Last tip for you. If your kindling isn't really fully dry, maybe it got a little rained on, maybe it's just not quite as seasoned as you'd like, but it's what you have. I have a metal bucket like this, okay? Put my kindling in it, and I set this by near or behind the wood stove. Make sure you're being safe about it. Use a metal bucket like this. Kindling will be much drier. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for coming to the homestead. If you like this video, you might also like this one. In the meantime, if you said, Brian, I've binged all of your videos, well, don't worry, we're putting more out every week. In the meantime, there's a link down in the description to our Facebook group where you can come hang out with us and see even more content, pictures, everything like that. My wife Molly runs that for the most part. She's really good at putting up great photos and little updates and stuff. So if you want to join us there, feel free, come on over. And until next time. That was maybe a little bit much. I don't know why I threw that piece of wood. That piece of wood's still perfectly fine to demonstrate, but you get my point.